The most interesting advertising marketing campaign that I worked on was called Your Film Festival, sponsored by YouTube and Emirates. So what it was YouTube is this beautiful platform that's democratized where we are allowing anyone to have a voice. So we wanted filmmakers from all over the world to have a chance to create 15 minutes or less short films that we as YouTube and Ridley Scott, the director and producer of lots of prominent Hollywood films, would review. And he would then select the top 10, if you will, and we would debut the next up-and-coming filmmaker on the YouTube platform in conjunction with Ridley Scott. So the opportunity was about, 90,000 submissions of people all over the world submitting their films. And then we worked with Ridley Scott and his production team to cull it down to a more manageable amount. And then we put the top 50 up on YouTube and said, vote. We want to hear from the people what you think is the most compelling, short film that you've watched today. And then once they had a voice, we then had it narrowed down to 10 people. And we sent those 10 people off on a trip to Dubai because Emirates was the sponsor, and Dubai and Emirates is one of the top premier airlines. And then the top 10 winners got to go to the Venice Film Festival, have their films screened, have Ridley Scott and Michael Fassbender, some Hollywood talent, be there to crown the winner of Your Film Festival. And what I love most about this campaign is I was able to meet all of these aspiring filmmakers from Bolivia, from all over the world, and tell their stories in these very poignant films. And they would never have been able to have that access and visibility to the world, especially to a Hollywood producer, if it wasn't for a platform such as YouTube, which allowed them to share their stories and then hear from their fans and create their own feedback loop, like hearing from the different comments and the likes and shares all around the world. These up-and-coming filmmakers had the best time in their lives. And I got to experience their journey with them. And that was by far the most exciting opportunity to work with them, to work with Emirates as a sponsor who was just bent over backwards to make sure these aspiring filmmakers had a really memorable trip and was able to capture lots of content from their trip and share it with the world. And then Ridley Scott crowned a winner, and it's just great for me to be able to work with consumers, like everyday people, and be part of a campaign that can change people's lives.